Lily. Thank you for coming on the podcast. How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. So, for all the Trike Patrol fans out there, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit?
Well, my name is Lily Craven. I am a 45-year-old MILF, a genuine MILF. I started off selling content out of Facebook and progressed on to webcamming with Chatterbait, and then started dabbling in the adult industry. The last AVN show that we had. I am also a radio host. I have my own podcast called Phone Sex with Lily Show. And is there anything else that I do?
What don't you do?
Yeah, it's a lot, but yes, I'm an independent adult industry performer slash all the rest.
Alrighty, so it's funny how months ago I saw a post on a adult forum, and you were looking for folks to join, to be on your podcast, and I reached out, and I was on there, and you interviewed me, so that's kind of what got me started, and got me to build a little confidence and start this podcast. So thank you so much for everything. I always like to thank you because you've been very helpful, and you have always guided me the right path to be successful. So thank you very much.
Well, I am so happy for you. I'm proud of you. When you first came on my show, you were like scared. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. I've never thought of all the people that you would have like branched out and butterflied the way you have. You sound great. It's a great podcast you have going here for the Trike Patrol, and it flows. It's entertaining. So congratulations. That was your doing.
Thank you. I couldn't have done it without you.
Oh, yeah. I think you may have been able to. That hidden talent all this time.
There you go. And like I was mentioning earlier before we started recording that, it's like no matter how many times I do a podcast or an episode, I still get the butterflies right before the show. So hopefully that does go away soon.
Yeah, we were like, is it every time? Like, I was like, I hope it ends sometime soon. But yeah, it happens to me too. It's just, I think we're human. That's why.
Yeah. And it's not every day, I'm talking to a gorgeous MILF like yourself.
Oh, thank you very much.
So I'm curious, so you never heard of Trike Patrol before our interview. So I'm pretty sure you looked into it a little bit. So what could you say about TrikePatrol.com?
Well, I am not a porn watcher. So I pretty much, it's not that I didn't know about Trike Patrol. I don't really know about porn. I did watch it though. I thought it was a brilliant idea because it's real. It's so real. I love the playfulness, the naughtiness. I just like the whole vibe of it. Like, it's cool. It's great to watch. Very entertaining, and it's sexy too. Like, it's hot. I like it, and it's also, at first you're a little bit like, whoa, there's an age difference. That here, Americans are not accustomed to something like that, or they appear to be, younger, not kids, but they appear to be younger because you guys are amazingly beautiful. So, and you stay young forever. But so that was a little bit of a whoa, but when you see them engage with each other, it's just fun. Like, I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
I even put it at the end of the year last year that it's the most unique interview that I did was Trike Patrol. I thought it was unique and interesting, and it caught my attention for sure.
Yeah, and I really I was amazed that that you mentioned Trike Patrol and myself in your one of your interviews that you mentioned at the end of the year in your summary or recap of the year. So that was really nice. I had a lot of fun on your interview, and I'm pretty sure I sound a little more confident now, right, compared to when you interviewed me.
You sounded great when I interviewed you. I mean, I didn't see any problem with it whatsoever. So kudos to you. You hit it well. And it's one of the most popular podcasts And I have probably, I want to guess around 30. And yours is definitely right up there at the top with the most listened to. So,
And I think that's the thing too. Like we have a very, very good fan base. Like
ah,
they are very loyal. They know what they want and they get what they want. And I think that's why TrikePatrol.com does so well. And also the fact that there's no other sites like it. So
well, you guys also, I mean, I was reading about how you guys have been around decades or decade, and you continuously take care of your viewer, like the people who follow you. You're constantly putting new stuff there. I think it's just so real.
uh-huh.
That's what I liked about it. It was just raw and real, and it's like the reality of it, and it's kinky too. So
It is. And I
I
think,
enjoyed it.
the hardest part is always getting the content. And, that's
Mm-hmm.
been my main job for the last 5 years. And it's either we can't get any at all of a sudden we have 5 different producers now submitting content. So right now we're doing really well. We have a lot of content coming in. So it's a little stressful, but at least it's coming in. So at the end of the day, we can't complain, right? Because
No,
if we don't
you
have
no,
the content, we don't, last thing we want to do is to go on autopilot, and I don't think that's ever going to happen because I wake up every day and that's my goal. Get that damn content, get the episodes, so
get those uploaded, and yeah, it's a lot of work too. People don't realize the
it
work
is.
that we put in just to upload a video. Like it's just we need to find a better way, but yeah, we work really hard to make sure that our viewers and followers are taken care of, and we keep them happy. That's
Correct.
really what this is all about, because we're nothing without our fans.
That's what I always say. You nailed it.
Absolutely nothing. Yeah, we're not. We would not be where we're at today without our fans and followers, and they are who we are, and they dictate what they want to see from us too. And that's how I fell into the mommy role. I do extreme mommy fetish, and
Uh-huh.
I fell into that because that's what my followers wanted, and I've learned so much about it, and it is so fun. So I'm excited. Like I love doing it.
Oh yeah, and I've watched some of your content, and you're a great performer. You're great to listen to. I love your voice. I'll tell you that. It's
Oh
funny how
gosh.
it's funny how you said don't listen to your own voice because
Yeah.
you're not gonna like it. But you know what? I get boners when I hear myself when I listen to myself on the podcast.
Um, that, dude, and on occasion, now I don't even watch myself, but on occasion I've edited and seen myself, and if like I figured if I rub myself out to my own porn, then that's a good video.
Yeah, right.
So if you're sitting there getting boners off that's a good voice, because nobody likes their own voice typically.
I know, and I always thought about that when you mentioned that, months ago, and I'm like, well, I'm starting to like my own damn voice.
That's see, and I don't listen to my still. I'll tag the mark and I'll be like,
So you've been pretty darn busy yourself with the podcast. I know you interviewed Jada Cruz recently, right?
yes. Well, my podcast was voted the third best adult industry podcast for 2022. And that was a huge shock. I didn't even know that voting took place. It was quite the honor. And yes, I brought Jada Cruz to the show, and she is a peach. Like I love her story. It's just she's just like if you want to use the word fate and where you're meant to be in life and what's supposed to happen, like that's how she came into the industry, is by pure fate. And I think it's a neat, unique story. I love how she had never been with anybody else but one man. Like, what a story.
Yeah, she's great. She's great. And she texts me almost every day, say what's up,
Yeah.
and then that's pretty much it. Hi, and then I'll say hi, and then that's it. But we do it every day. So, because we really clicked on on the episode that we did, and being both Filipino American and being raised kind of in the same kind of household, we just we just went on and on. I think we talked for like 40 minutes, and I looked at the time like, oh, well, I should probably cut this now because I don't think anybody's going to want to listen to 2 hours of just me and her fucking around,
Well, she said the same thing. She said it was so nice to go back, memory lane and discuss, being in the Philippines and being raised in that culture. And it was great just to to have that connection with you. So she's such a neat person. She's going places for sure.
Yeah, and she actually started her own podcast for Connor of Cox Models. So that's pretty cool too.
It's called Cox Talk.
Or is it Talk with Cox?
Oh, Talk with Cox. Sorry.
Something with Cox, you know. So
it's
can't go wrong there.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh, what a great idea.
Yeah,
she's starting from scratch with no knowledge, just like I did, just like you did. We had no idea how to do it, and she's going for it. So I'm super excited for her. And you and we'll mentor her and bring her along.
Yeah, the first thing I told her was like, hey, hit up Lily Craven. Hit her up.
She did.
She did.
I'm so glad she did. She's got, they have a lot to tell, just like you do. And that's what's great about podcasting is like, we're just normal people that we have no scripts. We just like say it like it is and interview real people. It's not all commercialized. And we're truly passionate about what we're doing because we're doing this for free. It's for free. Yes. So that tells you right there, people might think you get paid and that's why you're sitting here. No, like you're passionate about TrikePatrol. You're passionate about the industry. You're passionate about the work you do, because if you're not, you can't sit here and be successful and let it last long term. It just won't happen. So that's the neat thing about podcasts. If they've been around for a while, they are truly passionate about it.
You're right. And if you don't have passion for what you do, you're not gonna have a good outcome in any job that you do.
Yeah, I tend to, that was most of my adulthood, was because I didn't start till I was 40. But it was just, I never had any direction. I didn't really work. I stayed at home, raised a family, but it was like there was nothing that really ever interested me as far as work. Or, I mean, I would work somewhere and be like, you want me to clean what? For how much? And I'm like, no, I can't do that. But then you have to survive too. So it's interesting how fate, falls, and you just, most of us, if not all of us, have somehow stumbled into the industry because nobody goes through school, elementary and high school, going, I'm going to be a porn star. Maybe someone, but not typically. Like you don't go to school for it, even though I went to college to do marketing management, but they really didn't know that they were teaching me how to run my porn business. But yeah, it's just like one of those things where, like, when I stepped into Why Not, it was Why Not Cam Awards, right where Jada was, the same time when she first got introduced. We didn't know each other, but we were there at the same time as newbies. And it was right. It's such a family, such neat people. I mean, I can't say enough about the industry as a whole. Like, I feel welcome. I feel included. I feel important. And I just didn't ever get that in life, not from really anything.
I agree.
It's been an awesome experience that I will forever be grateful for.
Yeah, I wake up every morning now excited because I finally went full time with TrikePatrol. I literally started, like, this is my second week, and I think what happened was my boss got tired of me telling him to hire me, because I would tell him every day, like, man, I don't want to do this job, man. Come on, hire me already. I think he just got fed up with it and finally said, you know what, fuck it, you're hired.
Hey, here's Mr. C. Now
it's like I've worked for him for 5 years. But
he's been around for a long, long time. Come on, boss.
I know. I think that's why he said, fuck it. He's been doing this shit for 5 years. We'll add a little bit more task and we'll call it a job.
Oh, well, I need to get him next because I would love to pick his brain.
Well, good luck, because I can't even get him on his own damn brand's podcast. So I mean,
you don't have these.
I was just gonna say that. The only time I probably wish I had them.
We're doomed if this doesn't work.
Hopefully one day, we'll get them on, and the other folks at the headquarters. So I'm curious, do you have any like other projects you're working on or in the near future?
Ooh, yeah. I have.
They got the list.
Well, because I'm independent and I do everything on my own, I'm basically maintaining everything that I got myself into. And it's difficult. I just barely maintain because I'm only one person. So that's, of course, my mini vids. I'm not really an only fan, or I have an account, but it's just not my thing. But I'm real particular about shooting, so it doesn't happen as often. I'm very similar to Jada, or Jada's similar to me in the sense that we really have some pretty major boundaries. Like what I won't do list is quite long.
Oh, limits, yeah.
No, but mine is like it's lopsided the wrong way.
Oh.
And for no particular reason. I don't have like trauma, childhood traumas and all that. It's just somehow I need to let loose, and I'm learning. And in the industry, people have made me comfortable enough to even get as far as I have. So little by little, I'm moving along. You won't see any big anal action scenes with me gagging and all that anytime soon. But my niche with the mommy fetish is definitely taboo is there. So otherwise, coming in April, we've had some events happening. We have Exotica.
Oh yeah.
Exotica Chicago. So thrilled. Had a blast last year. That was my favorite out of all of them. And it was just such a good turnout. It was the first time we were back after the pandemic, and I was
gonna ask. I mean, is there still kind of restrictions of not really?
There was when we were there, like you wore your mask, and people had wristbands to show that your card had been checked. So you needed to be immunized, and I didn't hear of any problems of anyone getting sick. That doesn't mean it didn't happen, but I just didn't hear about it. Then we have the first week of April is the Why Not reunion in Phoenix. And Why Not is putting on a business to business summit. So it's going to be seminars, a lot of fun stuff like golfing and go-karts, the water park, poker tournament. It's just, and speed networking, but it's all the business people, and they're coming internationally and everything. So I'm thrilled to be there for that. It's just going to be a blast. And then, of course, the other Exoticas will follow. We do 4 every year. So pretty much I'm tackling at this point the events.
Now, does Exotica still do Portland? Or I remember they did Portland before, right?
Okay, yes. So Portland, that was the biggest dud ever. I actually got a booth in that one that I'm still paying for.
Oh.
It was the biggest dud ever. Just there was a no-show, and the hemp convention was next door. Not to mention there's probably almost 300 strip clubs alone just in Portland. Like it's so corroded with industry. Nobody cared to go to anything industry related.
They're already dealing with it every day.
It was like, but it was great networking because everybody in the booths, like that's where I got to meet. I met Evan Stone and Katie Morgan, and there was just people that you got to meet, like Julia Ann. There are a lot of the really neat people that I look up to. But what they do every year, they have 3 permanent locations. So that's Chicago, Miami, and New Jersey. And then every year they pick a 4th one, and they pick a new city every single year. So Portland was one of them. And then there was Denver. There was, they do different cities every year. Last year they did Washington, D.C. They're going to do D.C. again this year, but I think that's mainly because it just worked. Pandemic, that venue worked under the circumstances.
Well, so it'd be nice if they brought one out here to the West Coast,
Yeah, well,
LA or, San Francisco
but that's where you run into, who's going to let you in town. Cause I know they hit Denver and they're not allowed to come back.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was the Denver like just didn't handle it well. It was a good turnout, but you know,
Yeah.
the people who eat bark, and I love you guys a little bit, but and use charcoal for deodorant and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're just not okay with it. And it just got so much backlash they would not do it again. So yeah, we're all having sex, but we're not allowed to.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
We gotta keep it quiet.
People like to hide what they like,
Go figure. We're really hitting a slump right now. From talking to people who have been, in the industry for decades, they said it goes in waves, and we're really at a wave where we're going backwards in time. Like, we're really not, like, what are we, in the 50s again, where nobody could say the word sex? Like, if you put that on social media, you're going to be banned because that's a B word, which is a bad word. It's just,
you can't even say gay anymore.
I get that you don't want to corrode your platforms with porn, and we have to take responsibility of the fact that if someone lets us in there, we're going to take over the whole thing. It's going to be completely saturated with porn. Like Twitter. And so I understand, people having rules and all that, but like when I can't even go get a bank account, a business bank account, where I'm giving my money so I could properly pay the government my taxes instead of money laundering it. And I'm not allowed to put it in a bank. Like, you have to have things run through banks to be able to say it exists. Like, what do you mean? And I'm doing this so I could go pay my taxes. Like, or that we're on the list of the no-nos, like money laundering, drug money, like all of that is not allowed. Well, why is porn in there? Anything adult work is not allowed. And it's like, but we're legal and none of the other things were. So
well, it's like with those pandemic small business loans or whatever. Yes. Like I looked into it, and it was literally on there, porn, or adult entertainment, whatever. Well,
yeah, but that's why you become an image consultant or something really, like,
Yeah, there you go.
Umbrella company, then you get to porn.
There you go.
Just kidding.
Not giving me tips, right?
This is Lily Craven After Dark. Don't listen to her. No.
And I always do.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I'm talking to the IRS right now, telling them this is just Lily Craven. She's just talking, Yeah,
we're not going to hashtag the IRS in this.
Yeah, it's not real. It's not real. This is all for show. I'm just kidding about the companies.
So Lily, where can our fans find you? Did we already mention that? Your links and all that?
So you can find me on Twitter, and that is at Lily, Lily, Craven, CravenXXX, or Lily 40XXX. That is the podcast, Phone Sex with Lily show. You can catch me on Spotify, Apple, Google, Anchor, Amazon. It just goes anywhere pretty much that there is podcasts, or SkyhawkAfterDarkTV.com. And I'm on many vids. Go check out my vids. LilyCraven.minivids.com.
All right, Trike Patrol fans, you guys heard it. So let's show Lily some support. Check her out. And I want to thank you so much.
Come to meet and greet in Chicago. I will be there. Come say hey, meet all the stars, hang out with us, party with us. All that. We hang out with the guests all weekend. It's so much fun.
And if you tell her that Chris sent you from Trike Patrol, she'll take extra care of you.
Yes, you got it. Come on, Trikers.
There you go. All righty, Lily. Well, I want to thank you so much again for everything, and for joining us tonight. And it's always fun talking to you. I'm sure we're going to be talking again soon. And I think that's it for now.
All right. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Lily. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.